Hey guys, Super Gadget Guy here. Today I'll be making a review video of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1. Recent development has happened with this tablet since I purchased it from Costco is that there is a court injunction against Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 from Apple due to similarities with the Apple iPad. So this you can actually not legally purchase through a retailer in the United States anymore unless that's changed. So I checked out Best Buy and Costco. Apparently they took these off the shelf. So you can't have these anymore. So if you do have it or you want to buy the 7.1 version, this review video is still valid, except for the screen size, a little bit smaller. The screen is very like Apple. Let me put this side by side so you can tell me if they are identical or not. So this is my iPad 3, was the red leather iPad cover, the smart cover, magnetic of course, and on the back I have a sort of carbon fiber back sticky pad sort of thing. So I clean off the, they both attract fingers like crazy. Let me unlock the so side by side, as you can see, very similar look and feel. Has the black sort of border around it, glass edge to edge, even though Samsung's not edged that much. Apple of course has the famous the iPod connector, and Samsung of course have to copy it with their Samsung connector, which none of the Android devices use. They all use micro USB, which I love, by the way, because it's everywhere. I don't know why they decided to go that. Has the sort of rocker volume control. Difference is that you have a speaker up front, which give pretty decent sound quality. Much better than the iPad because the location of the speaker is sort of behind and sort of mono. For the iPad. Put the iPad away, talk about the Galaxy Tab. So the speaker is a little bit better. It's quite loud actually, and it's up front. It's way lighter than the iPad. It is plastic, so it does not feel like the aluminum cold metal feel. Lighter. Battery life is not as good, but it's decent. You can get 4 or 5 hours, depends on what you do. Charging, on the other hand, is nowhere near as fast as the iPad. The iPad battery technology makes it last super long and also charges really fast. And this is sort of very generic charging, very slow. And it has an infrared sensor, so you can use the remote app to control all your TVs, which is pretty cool, pretty easy setup. Just type in your manufacturer and they say, is this thing on, is it on, is it on? Just keep pushing the button, just like you would do with universal remote. Works really well. Let's see. So overall impression of this is that given its price, it's $400. So a 16 gigabyte iPad is $499, so it's $100 more. So would I consider the $100 difference a deal breaker or a saving enough that I would go with an Android tablet? For people who's on a budget, I think the 7.1 inch makes more sense. More importantly, if I have these want to be on a budget, I will either go with the Nexus 7 tablet that Google just announced at the Google I/O, or check out the Galaxy Tab 7.1. Because given a $100 difference, I actually would want to pay basically 25% more, 25% more for the Retina display. Longer battery life, better battery technology. But for someone who already invested in the Android platform, purchased apps and games on the Android market, this is a pretty good, addition to what they already have. The performance is definitely better than the Kindle Fire. It's actually one of the best performing Android tablets I play with. So it's not again, this is one of the lock-in with a platform thing. If you already have an iTunes account, already bought apps, just stick with Apple. You know, you already invested. There's nothing to learn. There's no new learning curve. Whatever you bought can be easily used on the iPad. For someone who is looking to buy the first Android, replacing their existing tablet or buying additional tablets, this is a definitely great buy. If you want to save money or for the kids, get a 7-inch version. If you want it for yourself, you like the large screen, this is really lightweight compared to the iPad. I mean, this iPad is almost 2 or 3 times heavier than this. Just rough estimate. And for someone who does not have a tablet, wants to buy one, needs to be considered that once you bind with one platform of another, most likely you will find the apps that more likely to find apps on the iPad than on the Android, but that's not always the absolute case. You should check it at the Apple Store or at Best Buy to check one of the apps to see if it's available. Google it to see if it's available on the market. First, go for the apps that you must have, you must need before deciding. Once that's done, you have to know that once you go with the Apple, you know that you will be offered the best user experience ever, and you know that you will have to pay for it. It's just no way out of that unless Apple do release the rumored 7-inch iPad, which is rumored coming out soon in October. If that is the case, we don't know what will that do to the Android market. But as far as it stands right now, better experience. If you have the money, you don't have a tablet, this is for new users, you have the money, you want absolutely the best experience, the largest app store, and you want to go with the Apple product. For those of you who wants to tinker around, who wants to play around, with a device that it's more expandable, more customizable, and Android is the way to go. If that's the case, then get the Galaxy Tab, either the 7-inch or the 10.1. I heard the 7-inch already has the new Jelly Bean operating system released for it. The 10.1 that's not. They both have the problems with the finger. I cleaned the screen before I did the review video. As you can see, it's already covered in fingerprints. So here it is. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you can find one of them, get it. If you don't, just wait a while. I'm sure Samsung's going to come up with another 10-inch tablet that looks significantly different than the Apple model. The 7-inch is still available at Best Buy and Costco. I think it's like $279 or $269, which is significantly cheaper. That for $269 you can't get anything from Apple's offering except for iPod Touch, of course. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and that's a great motivation for me. Thank you.